Whether you believe it or not, the Mexican Monster is a human being, and he sees all of the negative comments. Let's hear what he has to say about that.
Sometimes your biggest enemy is your own head, because you get those thoughts like, and that's why I don't like reading shit. I don't like reading no negative stuff, because if you read negative stuff on the Instagram or comments and all that, if you read it so much times, that shit stays in your head, and sometimes I'll be in the back of your head, and then you'll kind of start to believe it if you read it enough. You know what I mean? And it's bad. That's why you can't have no negativity. You can't read no negativity about yourself, because it's only damaging yourself. Even if you know it's not true, but if you read it, it stays in the back of your head. And that's what I'm saying. Some of those thoughts creep up on you. You know what I mean? Like, what if I'm not ready? What if I'm not this? I'm not that.
Americans, David Benavidez needs us more than ever before, as this is David Benavidez's first time fighting outside of his region. I think he's competed in Mexico, but hey, he's called the Mexican Monster. That's home to him. David will be traveling to Saudi Arabia to face his first real threat at 175 pounds, Anthony Yarde, who is out of the UK, in which the UK fans will be strongly in support of their fighter, which they always are. Americans, it's time to put aside the hate. It's time to put aside the debates. Whether you think David Benavidez has been a weight bully, or you think he's just haven't met his match, let's put all that aside, as he will be traveling far and abroad to face, in which many believes is the biggest puncher that he's faced thus far. Anthony Yarde cracked Arthur Benavidez. I repeat, he cracked Arthur Benavidez, which many hadn't seen done. Anthony Yarde has knocked out almost all of his opponents, and Anthony Yarde's 2 losses come to arguably 2 of the greatest to ever compete at the weight class. One to Arthur Benavidez, who was the biggest boogeyman in boxing's recent history, and the other one is to Sergey Kovalev, who is one of the biggest boogeymans in boxing history. So, and in those fights, a lot of people said that Anthony Yarde gassed out due to him carrying a tremendous amount of muscle on his body. Now, we all know boxing, everybody's pretty judgmental on your records. So Anthony Yarde will be coming in here willing to extend his greatness, man. He doesn't want to go in here and get beat, especially embarrassed, and be looked at as a guy that couldn't win the big fights. So David Benavidez is definitely probably going to get the best Yarde ever.
Questions here, but Kovalev, Beterbiev, and now Benavidez. I mean, yeah, you like doing things the hard way, don't you?
It's just the way the cookie crumbles. It's the way it all, the way it happened, and I feel like I genuinely feel like I'm going to win this fight. Like genuinely, like wholeheartedly believe I'm going to win this fight. Just because of the way it's all happened. I feel like both of them other fights are preparation for this one. What's the saying? Three's a charm or something like that.
3 times a charm, yeah.
David Benavidez is a huge favorite. I believe you can win $600 by betting on Anthony Yarde. David Benavidez's skill set is second to none. We've seen David Benavidez go in here and look extremely impressive. David Benavidez, his power has been sort of questionable up at 175. His only fight against a true 175-pounder was against Alexander Vostok, in which Vostok was unbothered by Benavidez's biggest shots. I mean, Benavidez said that he had an injury in that fight, so we shall see. It's rumored that David Benavidez's last opponent, Dave Morrell, is going back down to 168 pounds after debuting only one fight up at 175. Could 175 be that much more powerful than 68 that David Morrell is willing to abandon and go back down where he was more dominant? David Benavidez is a throwback fighter, and he doesn't care about money. He truly cares about legacy, and he says this in his interviews, and you can see it. David Benavidez is one of the last great that we have as far as mindset. One of the few good men. We have to stand behind him with everything we have in America. Put race to the side. Put economic class. Put everything to the side, man. And let's stand behind our guy, because ain't nobody talking like El Mastro, David Benavidez. Nobody's talking like him. And if they are, put their names in the comments. Much love to all. Let's make this happen, guys.